I don't know if anyone. Yeah, yeah. I'm just hanging out. I'm live streaming. Sorry. There's someone in here too. I don't know who's here yet. I don't even know if they can hear me, so I'm just playing video games tonight. I'm hanging out, seeing what's happening, playing some video games. Oh. I don't even know where I put my phone. Hello, hello, hello. If anyone can hear me, let me know. Nope, I lost them. Whoever it was, I lost them. I need to see if anyone can hear me. I need to see if anyone can hear me. Okay, my mic's working. Okay, so I don't know really what I'm doing tonight. I'm just hanging out. I'm being bored. I'm playing some video games. Gonna attempt to get this shelter up and running. Survive the zombie apocalypse. So yeah, I figured out how to stream while playing video games. So I am so very excited about this. I really am excited about this because, you know, I hated having just a background with my avatar on it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm playing some video games, giving you something to look at while we talk, hang out, and everything else is going on. It's been forever since I have played this game, so I am trying to remember what I need to do. It's been a long time. So, I mean, it's been like a year since I have streamed a video game. So, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Okay, so that's our beginning of the vault. Okay, now we need more water. Oh, we can unlock this. Let's unlock the storage room. And let's make a bigger water treatment plant. There we go. Play some video games, you know. It has been a long weekend. I did not think I was even going to stream tonight, but here I am. I'm streaming. Hey, Dirty Uncle Sal. I am playing Fallout Shelter. It is an oldie but a goodie. It's been forever since I've played it. The first time I ever played it, I didn't realize that you had to have your own little setup on the PlayStation. So I was playing it under my husband's um, account, and I ended up 100%ing the game, and now I've created my own, and I have no 100% on my game anymore. So, yes, I am playing Fallout Shelter. See, you got these little guys in these rooms, and I don't know how to zoom them in or anything, because I'm relearning how to play video games here. Woo, that goes out, and that goes in. Woo! Okay, yeah, those are the people in the little game. See, they're doing their little work. I know, this is, like, so exciting. Collect some food. Woohoo! See, I am too easily amused. I am so easily amused. Woohoo! See, I'm just too easily amused. Alright. So what are you doing tonight, Dirty Uncle Sal? Can you hear me okay? See, I haven't played video games in so long, Sal, that I wanted to jump in, like, easy before I started, with, God of War or Call of Duty. It's just been a real long time since I've played. And there's another game that I want to play. It's called Ether, and it's a really good one, too. It's about dementia, and it's a puzzle game. So that's another one I want to play. But like I said, been a while, so I'm just, dipping my toes back into the whole gaming world. See if I still even can remember how to play video games. I'm still trying to remember which, the controller. So, yeah, I'm not very good at this. Not anymore. I used to play video games all the time, but it's not like riding a bike, I have found. You fall off and you don't remember what the heck you're doing. The funny thing is when the little bottle and Cappy come through dancing on this game, and you have to collect when they're dancing. If you click on them, they give you like free stuff, and it gets annoying because once this thing gets so big, you can't find them. So yeah, Bottle and Cappy always end up pissing me off. Oh no, no water, that's not good. We need to put some of you guys down here. Wow, go make some water. So what you up to, Sal? What you doing tonight? Besides hanging out in my silly little gaming stream that Oh, okay. I've got to figure out if I can, yeah, I've got to figure out if I can figure out how to adjust the game volume. Let me see if I can figure that out. Okay. Sound. Oh, okay, there we go. Is that better, Sal? Turn that down a little. Yeah, this is probably something I won't do a lot, but I'm bored, and I didn't have a topic for tonight's stream, and I really need to get a better microphone for this, because I am thinking I'm using a Dollar General special. So, yeah. I need to get better equipment here. Let's see if I can turn that down just a little bit more. No, I'm actually streaming through my PlayStation. So that's the, um, I think that's the problem, is because the PlayStation doesn't have a lot of controls. You know what? I wonder if I can go through my settings here. And, yeah, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can turn up my microphone real quick. Yeah, I have no idea where anything is. So I'm going to have to go through and try to figure out where everything is in this bad boy, because I really have no clue as to what I'm doing. Yeah, and that's, I just figured out how to set it up like 2 nights ago. So I was playing around with it, and I was like, hey, I'll try this, because some nights it's easier to just pull out a controller and pop your headphones in and start streaming than it is to pull out the laptop and start streaming, which has a way better microphone. So I need to try to do that and figure out, what the heck I'm even doing here. Oh, I forgot they did Halloween costumes. It is that time of year. But yeah, I plan on playing around with it more. I probably won't stream very long tonight, just because, like I said, I'm just goofing off, trying to figure out some other streaming options. And like next week, I want to try to play with like OBS and Streamlabs. But tonight it's just playing with the PlayStation. And I need to figure out the mic, the audio controls, that I do know. And the one cool thing that I do like about this versus the laptop is I have a much bigger screen. It's my whole TV, and then the chat pops up on the side, so that's like way easier to read. But I just don't know, all the other features that I have available to me at this point. So that's something else I gotta look into. But yeah, I probably only stream for like another 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna hang it up for the night. I'm just not. I spent most of the weekend just like chilling. Like I popped on YouTube here and there, tried to watch a couple of streams, just wasn't into it. Oh no, dude, that sucks. Oh, I hate to hear that. See, because right now my husband really wants the PS5, and one, they're hard as hell to get your hands on, and two, it's like they cost so much money, and I get there's backwards compatibility, but like we've already invested so much money into it, and we have so many games to play, and I couldn't imagine losing all of them. I really couldn't. I'd be sad, because that's a lot of work and stuff for all these games. And yeah, I've heard the 5 is a lot like the 4 too. And I'm like, how do you justify buying something that's so similar to what you already have? except for the fact you can't get new games on the 4 anymore. Like, they are hardly putting out any more 4 games, and pretty soon it's going to come to the point where it's like, well, if you want to play anything new, you're going to have to upgrade. It just doesn't make sense to, have to dish out the extra money. And I get, upgrades, faster graphics, and so on and so forth, but, I still enjoy the 4 games, and if I'm still enjoying the 4 games and I'm not playing them, then, I'm not going to spend more money on a new system until I'm not getting any more enjoyment out of the 4, if that makes sense. And, like, our 3 still works, but our 2 and our 1 no longer. They bit the dust. And I really miss my Wii. My Wii got flooded when our hot water heater busted, and I didn't realize that we had access to it to our closet, so I had, like, everything in my closet, and it busted and flooded my closet, and it ruined my the PS1 got it, and the Wii got it. And by the time we figured out there was water in there, it was too late. It was so sad. It was like, man, that sucked. Like, everything in that closet had to go, and we had to, like, gut the inside of it out and put new carpet down and new inside of the closet. Oh, it was a nightmare. Yeah, see, I think the reason ours stopped working was because we played them into the ground. Like, seriously played them into the ground. And see, like, I hate that too, that happened, that you lost them all, because, like, you're right, it was a lot of hard work to get that stuff, and they're not cheap. And, to have someone who saw, how much it hurt having someone else do it to them, it reminds me a lot of what my ex used to do to me too. It's like, we'd go to sleep with money, wake up, and then, bank account's empty because he gambled it all away that night. It's like, what were you thinking? And the one thing that, like, the, my kiddos and their dad have in common is, like, they do play video games together. So, my husband and, my middle and my youngest play video games, and, my oldest, used to play video games, but I'm not sure if she's still doing that right now or not. We do talk, just she's in Florida now and I'm in Georgia, and then my middle kiddo's in Colorado, and I don't know if she's gonna come home or not, but hopefully, figure something out about that soon. But it is nice when you have a common hobby that you enjoy and your kids enjoy. And, like, mine is, I like to craft, and my youngest kiddo, Ray, likes to craft, and sew, and I like to sew. So it's a lot of sewing going on. But it is nice to have those hobbies, and it sucks when, someone takes it upon themselves to decide that you don't need your stuff anymore either, because that's not cool. I do understand the hurt that would come from that, because, it sucks. But, yeah, I just, trying out some stuff and seeing where this is going. And yeah, I'm gonna look into getting a better mic because I know it's totally the mic on these earbuds that are not the best. Oh, dude. Yeah, it's like, you know, there's just some things like, I would rather them steal the electronics and the cash and the jewelry, but leave my medications alone because, the medications you need, especially the insulin, the syringes, that stuff's not cheap. And I have dealt with that too. And so my middle kiddo and my youngest kiddo have different dads. Oh, the sound effects. Oh, okay. I really need to fix that. I've got to, yeah. So, okay, but my middle kiddo and my youngest kiddo, they both have different dads, but my husband pretty much raised them both together, and did not treat them differently at all. And when her biological father started being an asshat, we kind of cut him off. He wasn't paying child support. He wasn't being helpful. He just wanted to start fights. And it's like, you know what? If that's what you're going to do, we don't need you. But I never stopped him from being able to see her. He could have came and seen her anytime he wanted. Call her, whatever. But he only picked and chose the times when he wanted to actually be considered a dad. And then didn't understand why his kid didn't consider him a dad, but her stepdad her dad. So, but he would, take it upon himself to pawn stuff and take stuff and yeah. No kidding. An insulin pump, you're not going to be able to just take and, do whatever with those. But he would do shitty shit, like, steal stuff from people. And then his dad would never believe that it was him doing it. And his dad had, like, medicine for his back and other medications. And I didn't take those. And I damn sure didn't go snooping in someone else's room in their personal belongings. So when stuff started going missing, I got blamed for it. And I'm like, whoa, that totally wasn't me. I was like, you're looking at the wrong person here. And it's just funny because after I left, the stuff was still going on. And it's like, how am I doing it if I'm no longer there? So it is what it is. Oh. But, yeah, like, I really am glad that, I did get away from my ex. I had my ex-husband, and then I had my, we were engaged, but we never got married, and he was like I said, my middle kiddo's dad. But, I did guard myself when I had my second kiddo, and I was like, nah, you know what, if you're gonna keep doing this, one, we're not getting married, and two, I'm leaving. Oh, so yeah, that's some bullshit right there. You know what? If you're caught and you've done it, you've done it. Like, just own it. Like, we know you took it. We know you did it. So, but, like, and so my ex worked at a country club, right? He was a bartender at a country club. And he would set up those little, like the pools for like games, like basketball games, football games, stuff like that. And he'd rig them. He would straight up rig the boards. I don't know how he was doing it, but when it came time to pay up, and I never thought it was right that someone who was running a board could also be on the board, and he would flip shit around to where he had won, and it's like, dude, you're playing dirty. So I don't, like I said, I don't exactly how he was doing all that, but I didn't care because I didn't want to be involved. But yeah, that is some serious BS. And but like the funniest shit. Okay, so I went out of town once, and now keep in mind this guy had a kid from a previous relationship, and his baby mama didn't like me for obvious reasons. But I had flown down, and when I get here, I'm like literally here for 24 hours, and he calls me and he's like, your windshield got busted out by a snowball. And I'm like, no, you took my car somewhere you shouldn't have, and my shit got busted out. So, just admit that shit. And like, it took him 2 years to admit that that's actually what happened. It's like, dude, why are you, I knew the whole time that's what had happened. So it's like, don't be a dick. People know what you're doing. Like, so yeah, like getting away from, and like that was the funniest thing. It's like you tell people things, right? And he knew I was like serious about things because like he lost his job. And I told him, I would pay his child support because this kid needed stuff, right? And I was like, but I'm only going to pay for it twice. I'm done after that. Third time he asked me to do it, I was like, nah, dude, I paid it for 2 months. I'm good. So we're done here. But then when, like, our relationship got where he started, like, physically abusing me instead of just mentally and verbally, the cops pulled us out. Well, the cops actually came to our house and removed me from our home. From our home. And the next day, we talked, and I told him, I was like, look, this happened once before, and you said you'd stop. Last night happened, and the cops took me out of the house. So, for my own safety, not because I had done anything, but because they were like, either we are going to take you away for your safety, or we're going to put him in jail. So I left, so that wouldn't happen, because I was an idiot. He should have went to jail. But the next day I told him, I was like, if it happens again, I'm done. And then when it happened again, and I called my mom, and my mom got me an airline ticket from Indiana to Georgia, he was like, oh, you're not going anywhere. And this is like the next day, and I was like, oh yes I am. And I was like, if you don't take me, I'm going to call limo service, and I'm going to get a ride to the airport, and you're going to pay for it. So he ended up taking me. But, so, what you got for me, Sal? Exes can be assholes. 6 months after me and the Bish got married, he went to a Halloween party that was populated with most of my lifelong friends and cheated. And you were informed. Yeah. And that's some messed up shit, too. It's like, if you do stuff like that, it's going to get back to people eventually. if you keep doing it, you're gonna get caught. And my husband, my actual first husband, now ex-husband, he would go and he would cheat, and he would blame me for cheating. Like, he would say I was the one who cheated. And I'm like, no, but okay. And yeah, he would constantly blame me for cheating when he cheated, and start fights about it. And I was like, you know, I'm not cheating on you. You know, you're the one that goes out all these weird hours, and I can't ever find you, and you're never where you're supposed to be. But, you know, I can't go anywhere and, you know, you not have to be able to get a hold of me like every 20 minutes. Asked him when I was told, he gave me the benefit of the doubt. That's just kind of, you know, it's like, why do guys, you know, yeah, I had to trick him into admitting it. And, you know, I knew, like, okay, so my ex-husband, he had this person's phone number in his wallet, and he tried to tell me it was someone who was selling furniture. And I'm like, okay, no, it's not, but whatever. You know, I knew what he was doing. And it's like he always wanted to know where I was and what I was doing, but I really think it was because he wanted to know how long he had to do his bullshit. So, you know, I am not surprised by any of the shenanigans he did. And then the guy that I was with after him, you know, he was just as bad. So I am very lucky to have, you know, found a guy that wasn't an asshat. And there's not very many of them around. Oh no. Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh, even better. Okay. So, my ex-husband, my current husband me and him dated before I married my first husband. And so my husband now was originally my high school sweetheart. And when we broke up and I started dating the guy that became my husband didn't like my husband, essentially. He didn't like him. He didn't like anything to do with him. And he was always convinced that I was still sleeping with him, even though nothing was going on. And so one night, I ended up at my mom's house, and I was pregnant, and I'd gotten sick, and I was just going to stay the night there because it was easier. I was throwing up everywhere. I was sick. I didn't feel good. I didn't want to get in the car because we started driving and I got sick. So he was so sure that I had cheated on him that he went and he cheated on one of his coworkers, who ended up being my best friend at the time's aunt. And she's like 20 years older than us, and it was like gross. Because she was, not that she was, it wasn't gross because she was 20 years older than us. it was gross because she was, you know, the kind of person that got around. And when we found out that I was having a girl, like, we all went out afterwards, like with friends and stuff, and like celebrate we were having a girl kind of thing. And she ended up showing up, and it's like, that's when I found out what had gone down, and I'm like, that's disgusting. Like, you know, you're cheating on me with a big hoe, and I'm pregnant here. Like, ew. So, yeah, fun shit. I got real lucky. That dude did not end up giving me anything. Because after I left him, trust me, I got tested for everything. Like, for 2 years, I kept getting constantly retested. Because I was not convinced nothing had gone down. Like, I was scared because I found out he had slept with, like, so many girls. And part of them, like, it was bad. I just won't even, it was just the things we learned were horrible. So, and he was also he had become a crystal meth addict. So he was doing crystal meth, and he was smoking weed, which isn't fine. I don't care about weed. It was the meth. And like now he's okay. He's almost 10 years older than me. Right? So let's see. Okay. I was 15. He's 7 years older than me when we got married. And he still lives at home with his mom. He sleeps on her couch. He's not only still using methamphetamines, he's smoking crack now. And he can't hold a job. And he's an alcoholic. I caught a break leaving this guy. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm out. I'm done. Oh, man. Your ex-husband sounds like a piece of work, like my ex-husband was. Just absolutely crazy. Insane, and not realizing that they're kind of messed up in the head. Just my personal opinion, though. Alright, so I think I'm going to jump off of here. May see how I'm feeling in an hour and jump back on in StreamYard. Or pull up something else and try and play around with that. But literally just never came home. Yeah, and when I finally left my first husband, he called my mom and me, and my mom was on the phone because she was like, you're not talking to him alone. So she picked up the other phone because, you know, this was back in the day and you could actually do that with a landline. And he's like, you can come back to me, but you need to bring some money from your parents. And I'm like, no, we're just not gonna do that, okay? Yeah, we could talk about it later, but I'm gonna get off of here for tonight. It's time to go take my allergy meds because this weather change has got me all kinds of congested. And I'll talk to you later, Sal. See if anyone watches this later. It's just, like I said, it was just me messing around. I wanted to see if it worked, and now I know it does, so woohoo! Get some more up-to-date games and start playing those. Alright, I'll see y'all later. Bye.